Who was the best sensei for Naruto? Naruto wouldn't be the man and ninja he is today without some of his teachers to help him along the way. The 7th Hokage wouldn't have come this far without their help, but which sensei of his deserves the title of being the best? That's what we're going to answer today as I look at both the strengths and weaknesses of Naruto's senseis throughout the series. Starting with Iruka sensei, I think it's safe to say that people would agree he's more so of a father figure to Naruto as opposed to him being his teacher. We never really saw their teacher and student dynamic flourish in the show, as Naruto literally graduates from the academy in the first episode of the show. But here's what we can give Iruka credit for when looking at his role as Naruto sensei. As any great teacher would, he was able to give emotional support for Naruto, as while he was tough on him, Iruka was one of the few that believed in Naruto when no one else did. Iruka also gave Naruto his first sense of belonging, which helped Naruto ease the pain of isolation suffered from most of his childhood. Had Naruto not had that straightened out, he wouldn't be the ninja we see today. The main con I'd give Iruka was that, at least to our knowledge, he didn't give much combat and jutsu training to better equip Naruto to become a high-level ninja. Naruto had to find out himself how to perform a jutsu like the Shadow Clones, something Iruka wasn't able to do. I know that's technically a forbidden jutsu from the scroll, but since Naruto was able to teach himself that, and Iruka failed at teaching him the basic clone jutsu, it's easy to say that Iruka wasn't best suited to teach him on that regard. So while Iruka laid the emotional foundation Naruto needed, his influence was more on about Naruto's heart than his skill. I know I gave my controversial takes on Kakashi being an awful sensei in the past, but let me give him some credit where credit is due for Naruto. Kakashi's main goal was to better prepare Team 7 for the ninja world and all that is going to offer. He taught them the value of teamwork and strategy, which will be carried over to certain aspects of each member's role as a ninja. As for Naruto specifically, one of the main things Kakashi helped him with was to better refine his mastery of the rasengan, with Naruto now able to apply his wind chakra nature to it, which led to his Rasen Shuriken. Also, quick shout out to Asuma for giving Naruto a tip on how to better manage his wind chakra nature. Aside from that though, there's not much else I could say in Kakashi's case for positives. The biggest con Kakashi did as a sensei was focus more on Sasuke, which left Naruto feeling overlooked. His potential for Kakashi was stifled due to that fact, and led Naruto seeking out other sensei to further his goal. Maybe if Kakashi wasn't playing favoritism towards his students, he A, would have better suited Naruto for missions earlier on in Shippuden and so on, and B, indirectly help make Sasuke stay in the village, as Naruto would have been strong enough to take him back, but I'm sure you Kakashi meat riders are gonna say otherwise, so I'll leave it at that. Overall, Kakashi taught Naruto important lessons but didn't fully unlock his potential early on. Jiraiya is best known as Naruto's sensei, and there's a good reason why. Jiraiya played a critical role in Naruto's life as both sensei and his godfather. Jiraiya taught Naruto two important jutsus that would come in handy relevantly quickly. First off, Jiraiya was able to undo the 5-pronged jutsu seal, which enabled him to better use the Nine-Tails chakra. This would then lead him to mastering the first thing Jiraiya taught him, which is the summoning jutsu, which Naruto was able to use against Gaara in his Shikaku form. And more notably as a technique, Jiraiya taught Naruto his staple jutsu aside from the Shadow Clones, that being the Rasengan, which he first used against Kabuto. Aside from learning jutsu and having better chakra control, Jiraiya was also a great mentor in instilling both ninja and life philosophies that shaped Naruto as the ninja he is today. Things like going about how peace isn't obtained yet, but that he's wanting Naruto to follow through if Jiraiya isn't able to do so. And he for sure wasn't able to do so. Luckily, Naruto learned from that side of Jiraiya and not any of his vices. Speaking of some cons, the main thing that most people, including myself, like to bring up against Jiraiya is that during the time skip, their training only seemed to cover the basics, like improving his combat skills and nothing much else. I feel like Jiraiya could have at least taught him chakra natures, as that could have at least gotten him on the path of learning the Rasen Shuriken early, and just have an overall better foundation of chakra control in general. Take Orochimaru for example, where he helped out Sasuke with his lightning and fire natures, which led him to having multiple variants of Chidori and fire style jutsu. So while Jiraiya's mentorship was heartfelt and transformative, there are some aspects of his training that could have been better expanded upon. And I myself would be heartfelt if you consider liking this video and subscribing for more content. If we reach 500,000 subscribers by the end of the week, I'll switch my content over to One Piece and all the trash that gets spun about it, since that's something a lot of people partake in. Waka waka. Next we have Fukasaku, the Toad Sage of Mount Miyaboku. He trained Naruto during one of the most pivotal points of the series, that being the Sage Mode training. The only real cons I can give Fukasaku in his training is that the training itself was limited, partially due to having to neither fight pain during the arc, and that Fukasaku's teachings were limited to Sage Mode and not broader ninja skills, unless you include Frog Kumite. That being said, Sage Mode is such a cheat code of a jutsu that it makes up for it. Fukasaku was able to unlock Naruto's potential with Sage Mode, drastically boosting his power and perception. Sage Mode is one of the best arsenals for Naruto that isn't related to the Nine Tails, as it's truly using Naruto's strength and adding on to it. This training was also pivotal for Naruto in that it taught him patience and meditation, which is critical for chakra control. Sage mode was close enough to beating pain, so I see this training as an absolute win. Despite the short time frame, Fukasaku helped Naruto achieve one of his greatest power-ups. Finally, we have Killer Bee, the 8-Tails Jinchuriki, who taught Naruto how to control the 9-Tails chakra. What Killer Bee taught Naruto can be seen as the biggest game changer, as he was able to teach Naruto how to control the 9-Tails chakra. This is obviously beneficial as it carried Naruto throughout the war arc and even further along in the Boruto era. But that's not all Killer Bee taught him. An underrated moment in their training was when Killer Bee helped Naruto out with dealing with his emotional turmoil. Naruto faced off against his evil self in the Waterfall of Truth, which led Naruto to accepting who he was and not letting the anger get the best of him, leading him on the path of true peace. The only con with the training is that there was minimal time for broader material, as it was basically just focused on the 9-Tails chakra control. But like I said for Fukasaku and his Sage Mode training, it's such a big benefit that it excuses it being the main thing being taught. Killer Bee's teachings helped Naruto overcome two of his greatest internal battles, solidifying him as a key sensei. So, who was the best sensei for Naruto? Let's break it down. Iruka was the heart and soul of Naruto's early development, but didn't teach him much, at least to our knowledge. Kakashi taught foundational ninja skills and teamwork, but very little in comparison to Sasuke. Jiraiya pushed Naruto to new heights, but wasn't always consistent. Fukasaku unlocked Sage Mode, a pivotal moment in Naruto's journey, but that's generally about it. And Killer Bee taught Naruto to harness the power of the 9-Tails and dealing with his internal struggles inside, but again, training was cut short, primarily due to the war. To me, the best sensei is a toss-up between Jiraiya and Killer Bee. Jiraiya, while not always consistent, pushed Naruto to new heights and had an overall impact on Naruto as both a ninja and as a man. As for Killer Bee, one of the biggest attributes in Naruto's arsenal is Kurama, so that goes without saying. Also, he's black and I'm biased. What's up, my ninja? So what do you guys think? Who do you think is the best sensei towards Naruto? Is it the guys I just mentioned, or do you think it's anyone else on the list? I'd love to get y'all's thoughts, so let me know in the comment section below. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, click the card you see here, which will take you to my video on why I think Kakashi is a terrible sensei, at least to a certain degree. I'm the Curly Haired Hokage, and I hope you all have an amazing and blessed day. Peace.